So guys and girls, welcome back to another video, and today I am here with
Liam from the Casual UK YouTube channel.
Alright, let's get into it. Okay, so welcome back to the Admin Podcast. You know, it's a live stream that I usually host on my YouTube channel where I interview fellow tech YouTubers and we just have a good time. We just talk about, we ask each other questions, and it should be some good fun. So, how are you, Liam?
Yeah, I'm good. I've been up since 6 o'clock, so I've literally just finished work. I've just been to my mum's to film 3 unboxings, and then to a collection point to collect a parcel. Now I'm home. So yeah, it's been a ridiculously busy day so far.
Yeah, it's been busy for me as well. A lot of things have happened today. One of my family members actually hurt themselves, so then I didn't know whether I was going to do the stream, but they're okay now. They're in a plaster, so
good.
Yeah. And then now what I'm going to do is we can just get into the questions, but I actually went in an Uber for the first time. Have you ever been in one?
No, I've never. Well, I mean, I don't really need to be honest, but if I was to go to London, potentially I'd see what it's like. But it's like it's like a mobile app where you can order a driver.
Download it on your app. I didn't actually download the app. Someone already ordered it for me, but it's actually really good. But it's kind of, I've heard like weird stories about Ubers and stuff like that. But
I should really I watch like Fun for Louie and Ben Brown, and they always use it, so I should really know what they are. But
they just order it. Everyone knows what they are, just not that many people have actually, used an Uber. Oh, okay, now we've got like 15 live viewers at 5 o'clock. That's really good. All right, so let's just kick it off with the first question. How long have you guys, both of us, been doing YouTube? So I'll let you answer that question first.
Well, I started my channel in 2010. I never really kind of properly uploaded till 2012. My channel just kind of sitted there dormant with a few videos on it. But yeah, 2012 was when I really kind of started to use a schedule, build my brand, and kind of work my way up from there.
All right, cool. And also, what I plan, basically the stream, me and Liam, we actually filmed another part of it, which I will include a bit of it, but I'm actually planning on doing most of the questions I asked him, what was it, a few days ago on Sunday or Saturday again. Yeah. So this is pretty much just for you guys to ask him. I'm probably going to throw in a question here and there, but most of the time it's just going to be you guys asking him. So let's move on to the next question, which is, we've got a lot of highs. So yeah, hi. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Hi. All right, will you do any more giveaways?
I'm always doing giveaways. Yeah. I plan to do once a month. So at any given point in time, obviously there's usually one like scheduled planned giveaway live, and then obviously if I'm doing like a project that's got some kind of small item, then I usually do that via social media alone. But my bigger giveaways obviously I do via Gleam, just because it verifies entries. It's a lot more fair, and it automatically gets rid of spam entries. So for me, it's the best way of doing it. It also allows me to create a report for the company that is a lot more quicker than potentially using my own methods and writing it all out. So there's a lot of benefits to doing it via Gleam, and to me it's a lot more fairer. So
I think one of my friends did an entry, isn't it? Then you have to like put in your address and you can find out whether people like cheat, because some people have like double entries. So
it basically at the end, once the giveaway is over, it allows you to delete invalid actions. So you basically have a spreadsheet where you can go through and wipe all of them entries. So.
All right, so we're actually getting quite a lot of questions, which is great. So we've answered that. What camera or cameras do you actually use?
Well, for vlogging, I don't really vlog, because I don't really do my videos out and about, but maybe when things get a little bit bigger I will. But Canon G7X for lifestyle videos, just because obviously autofocus and the actual 60 frames per second is quite enjoyable to watch on YouTube. And then Canon 70D for my unboxings done at the table, just because obviously flip out screen, simple as that. It's the only reason why I'll ever keep that camera. And the Canon 5D Mark III, that is essentially my main camera for photos, obviously like client photos and stuff, just because obviously full frame and obviously very, very good in low light. So and obviously I have some good lenses to go with it. So I'm learning photography a lot, but that camera allows me to learn a lot quicker, if you know what I mean. It's not, I'm not
Yeah.
restricted by the gear now. I really enjoy using it.
Nice. And I was meant to say this on the last stream, but congrats on 75,000 subscribers.
Yeah,
That is
75K. I think
crazy.
76,000
Yeah.
now. I mean, it's a big number in the tech world,
Yeah.
because there's gaming personalities out there that they can grow a lot
Quick.
easier, and people watch their videos for them, whereas probably 90% of my viewers watch for the product,
Yeah.
and they're not interested in me as a person. So for a tech YouTuber,
That's amazing.
the ratio of how they build subs and they kind of relate to their subs as an individual is a lot harder, so it's a lot harder to grow your numbers. But it's going pretty well. 100K is the ultimate goal, so I'm sure we'll get there eventually.
Yeah, that's pretty much my ultimate goal, 100K, because then you get that like plaque, isn't it, of recognition. I reckon you'd be over the moon to get that.
Well, I'm kind of lucky because like a gaming personality can only do YouTube for a certain amount of time and stay relevant. Yes, they can do YouTube. There's nothing stopping them, but they're not going to be playing Minecraft when they're 38, are they, or over 40? It doesn't seem right. I mean, I know when it comes to like more pro games, then you can probably go on a little bit longer. But for tech guys on YouTube, obviously that's the benefit we have. Like I can review tech at 50 years old and still remain relevant if I'm buying it for the right reasons. So that's the cool thing. There's no stopping as far as age and stuff like that.
It's just a slower growth.
Yeah, it is a slower growth. Like I said, 90% of the people who watch your videos are watching for the product and not yourself. So it is harder to grow the numbers, but the longevity of your channel is definitely something that is to gain out of a tech channel.
Yeah, I find it quite hard to grow a tech channel, but because one, there's more people than you think actually doing a technology channel. So people, like you just mentioned, like couple of times, people subscribe to you for the product, not really for your.
I mean, what you got to look at is like even the big guys in tech. There's not loads of them. There's a few. Like there's probably 5-10 big guys, but you look at that. You look at that compared to gaming, and you're talking thousands.
Yeah, true.
And even some of the very very good guys. Look at Mac Mixon and the videos he creates. He's not in subscriber terms compared to gaming, he's nowhere near, but he's the quality of his videos and the workmanship that goes into it and the overall branding of the channel is second to none. But his numbers will never become like, they won't grow as fast as someone in gaming. It's a strange one, because like I said, there's less people doing tech, so you'd think that maybe more of them have a chance to go big, but that's not the case.
Yeah, it's probably because people find gaming and entertainment more entertaining, because it is, meaning like some people come across as funny, whereas in the tech community there's only certain people which actually like are funny in their videos, because most of the time,
I mean, you watch gaming to be entertained, but the amount of people,
if
you look at technology and the way it's viewed these days, you don't read a manual, you don't read a review, you go look at a YouTube video. So that's surprising why it's potentially, there's a lot of people that aren't bigger.
All right, that was a good topic we just talked about, so let's move on to let's have a look. Do you prefer, what are your dreams for the future?
I mean, that's is that YouTube based, or is that in general?
In general and YouTube based, or where do you see yourself in 2 years?
Oh, I still see myself doing YouTube. I still enjoy it. I still have the same passion as I've always had since I started. It generally is big. It is a lot more busier now, so it is very very challenging to sometimes keep yourself motivated. But I do certain things in my plan in my day that allows me to kind of not stop, which means I got to do it. But that doesn't mean I don't enjoy it. As far as dreams, I mean plans. Obviously, we have got a new daughter on the way in December, new baby girl. Move out to a house next year and buy myself a BMW M3. So that's the dreams.
Nice. So do you prefer Canon or Nikon? That's just easy. But
Yeah, to be quite honest with you, I don't prefer any of them because I haven't tried Nikon. Like if you look at a lot of people on YouTube, they say that they're probably about the same. So you can't disregard the brand just because I don't use it. But yeah, for me, Canon's easy to use. That's the only thing that I've potentially heard from Nikon, is sometimes people say that Canons are a lot easier to use for a beginner. And obviously, when I started, Canon was the obvious choice. Also managed to seem to get better deals on Canon, and you get a little bit more for your money, and it's a lot more resellable. than Nikon. So maybe I mean, it's all personal, you know. Like I don't doubt that there's a similar Nikon camera in the same range and price figure that performs just as well.
Yeah. Let me just fix my light. All right, cool. So the next question is, all right, hopefully my lighting is a lot more realistic now rather than that massive warm. So Kaz, are you going to stick to unboxings or are you going to change your channel up a bit?
Well, I've definitely cut down. I don't know. I don't know say whether I've cut down unboxings, but I'm definitely doing a lot of other kind of videos. Like I had my PC build project that overall was 5 or 6 videos. I've got my racing simulator project coming up with GT Mega Racing and Logitech, so that's going to be more videos away from unboxings. But unboxings is the main crux of my channel. It's usually the way people find my channel. So at the end of the day, I don't really put videos out for subscribers. So, yes, I do in a way, but I try to appeal to people that are going to watch the video a year down the line too.
Yeah.
Because that's how inadvertently I grow my views. So to me, I put out what I feel is relevant, what I feel is good for me in the long run, because I want the channel to last, you know. If I just did what people wanted, then to me I wouldn't really get very far, you know. I know YouTube inside out, I know social media inside out, and I do what I think is going to grow the channel the best, you know. And if that means I'll get 20k views on unboxing and get 1k on a review, then I'm going to go the unboxing route, you know, and do the review down the line if it needs to be done. But that's individual to products, and that's individual to the way I want to run my channel.
Because we talked about it in the last stream. I prefer unboxing so much more than reviews. It's just
what it comes down to is reviews are, if you watch a review, more than likely you already know what that product is or what it contains or how you're going to use it. You watch the unboxing because you're too excited to wait for yours to come. You think, I'm going to watch someone else's. And that might sound really stupid and funny, but in general, that's what I do. Like when I was having my Canon 5D, I had to wait 2 days for it to come. I was watching unboxings on YouTube, you know. I always try and relate my videos to how, like I obviously buy very, very little, but when I do, I kind of use my videos in the same manner as to someone that was going to buy that product, because that's what I feel would gain the most views, you know. And that's not greedy, that's just tactical, you know.
Yeah. Also, guys, I forgot to mention, is our audio kind of like equalized, meaning is my audio the same like level as Liam's? Because in my last stream what happened was his was way louder than mine. So if it's too loud or if my audio is too low, just up the volume a bit. I've tried to do whatever I can, but you'll see on the edited version it will all be equalized properly. So yeah, so now we can just move on to the questions, but please tell me in the live chat whether the audio is fine, and yeah, it should be level. But all right, let's just get to some of the interesting questions instead of like the boring ones, because like anyone can answer like what you like more, but you need to get to know Liam a bit more. So let's try and find a good question. Let's have a look. Liam, are you on the stream? If you want to pick a question, you can, if you like one. Otherwise we can just keep going in chronological order and then it should be fine.
I would just go for a, mate, to be honest. There's enough to kind of fill another 15-20 minutes or so.
All right, that's fine. So what lenses do you use with the 70D and the 5D?
Well, obviously I have my full frame lenses that I use with both cameras. Obviously I use my 17-40 a lot more on the full frame due to wide angle, but I also use the 17-40 on the crop sensor as well. Just makes the video a little bit wider. What happened was I had a chance to pick up my 50mm 1.4, my 17-40, and also my 24-105 for around £650, which is obviously for the bulk of 3 of them is a very, very good price. So my aim was to always go full frame, otherwise I wouldn't have made that investment. But for the sake of that price, I just went full frame lenses to obviously use on my crop, but knowing full fact that obviously I'd go for the Canon 5D in the end. So.
All right, cool. Liam, how do you react to the Android versus iOS debate? Hamza said.
I've got nothing against Android. When it comes down to my life and the way I look at it is I'm too busy to sit there and play on my phone, you know. I like a phone that does what I need it to. I like a phone that's easy to back up. I like a phone that if I was to go down the Apple store tomorrow and mine was to break, I'd have a backup somewhere. I can literally pick up a new one, and it's just simple. It works with my Macs. It syncs with my Macs really easy. For me, it's all about simplicity and using a phone for a phone and doing essentials rather than buying a phone that I want to customize and play games on and stuff like that. So for me, it's iPhone all day long, but that doesn't mean to say Android's bad. It's just a different outlook on things.
It's just different opinions. People prefer this, people prefer that. Like, you can't argue against an opinion. You can put up a good debate, but at the end of the day, it's very hard to change someone's mind if they're using that. Whoops, I hit my mic. If they're using that specific device. But yeah, so also, I think the new iPhone is coming out. Is it tomorrow or something?
I think the event's this week, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's tomorrow. I'm not quite sure. Don't quote me. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to see what they release. Obviously, it's not going to be a major upgrade because they released the iPhone 6 a couple of months ago. Well, a bit more than that, but yeah. So next question is, how do you shoot with free camera angle videos? I think he's asking me that. Have you ever shot with free camera angles, or do you plan on doing it?
To be honest, no, because I don't really feel the need unless it's for a specific video. I might do it for my racing simulator series because that might be quite fun to obviously have like a camera on top of the TV looking down and stuff. But to be honest, only if it was needed, and obviously it's easy to kind of set up. Other than that, why do you really need different camera angles? You know?
Yeah. So the person was asking me that because I went from 1 camera angle to 2 camera angles and then 3 when I got my GoPro. So what I have, well, I can't show you now. I might pull up a photo. What I made is my own overhead section, and I can have a bird's eye view of the product, kind of like unbox therapy. And then I have a side angle and a actual front facing one with the GoPro, which is a lot more wider. So how I do it is you just it's kind of like syncing up the audio, and then you just line everything up. It's not actually that hard to do. It just is really time consuming. So at my age, I have quite a bit more time than the average adult or teen near adult, so I have a lot more time to produce videos. But when exams kick in and stuff like that in school, you won't really be seeing that many free camera angles or in-depth videos. I'll just be doing videos for fun. So yeah, well, I still do them for fun, but I just want to do videos that I really want to do and they're easy to make.
Yeah.
So yeah. So everyone said the audio is fine. Liam, do you jailbreak your iDevices? No, it's another thing that doesn't even interest me. No time to do it. So. All right. Quick answer. Quick.
Yeah.
Are you going to the Gadget show? I am.
Potentially. Events is hard. Obviously, I have a full-time job as well. I have a daughter. I'm gonna have another one soon as well. Events are a very, very tough thing to kind of get around. Not that I don't want to go. I'd love to go to every event possible. I've just been invited by NVIDIA to an event, and that's going to be tough to get to as well. So yeah, I'd love to, but that'll all come down to possibility on time and dates and stuff like that. So
yeah, people keep asking me, am I going? I don't know when the dates are. They're saying there's going to be one, but I don't know whether it's actually there. Obviously, I live 20 minutes away from the Gadget show, so it's pretty local. So I'll probably go whenever I can. So yeah, and hopefully it should be good. I mean, there's nothing, if you're traveling from London to Birmingham, there's no point going unless there's a specific reason, because honestly, there's not that much you can see. It's just a few tech items, not really much is there to see. But yeah. So, let's see. Gadget show. What's the best budget camera? I don't know. Just if you want a good budget DSLR, you could go with a Canon T3i. I don't know how that would work, but if you see most of my videos, I actually use the Nikon D3300 with an f1.8 lens, which is amazing. So
to be honest, you could use anything really.
You don't have to
you need to know what you just need to know what you're doing. Some people say that my 70D is overkill. But it's great for autofocus. It's good in low light. It's got a flip screen. It's a good upgrade from what I had. And it's also good at like fast movement shooting if I ever need it. And obviously my 5D is also overkill for any normal person. But when you're in the position I am, and potentially you're paid a good sum of money to do some work and you want to get the best shots, then you're going to make that kind of investment. Like these cameras potentially are paid for themselves already, you know. So, but if you know what you're doing, you can start YouTube with a pocket camera. You don't. You just need to. You need to know about aperture. You need to know about stops. You need to know about ISO, and as long as you know them kind of things, you know the way it works and how they give advantages to your videos, you can use almost anything. So
yeah, to be honest, like I said, you needed a DSLR. You actually don't need it. Like Liam just said, you can use a point and shoot. Trust me, like even though all your YouTubers, your favorite YouTubers say you need this, you need that, honestly, like it's about the story. It's not about the video quality. If you do an unboxing, like I remember way back, I used to film on like a iPhone 5C or something.
I mean,
and I still did an unboxing.
Yeah, I mean, you look at these YouTubers, and sometimes when a new phone comes out, like in 4K and stuff like that, they actually film reviews using the phones, you know, because they know what they're doing. You know, you don't need the best gear. You just need to know exactly what you're doing.
All right, so moving on. Any plans for CAS
CAS Esports?
Yeah, CAS Esports.
Yes, going well. We just picked up a new CSGO team, one new lineup. Halo's going great. Obviously, the $1 million tournament next year is going to be huge. Nice. Yeah, at the end of the day, it's going along nicely. We've got some good sponsors, and it's progressing. You know.
So, I was planning to go to Glasgow. Cool. It will be a bit annoying, but please, can you please tell... I don't know what this guy just said. What is Liam going to do with his esports team? Well, we just kind of talked about that, but... Yeah,
it's working. It's up and running. We've got teams, you know. An esports team is an esports team at the end of the day. We've got teams and they're playing games, you know. We can't really do much else.
Top 5 addicted gaming video, please. I don't know. Well, if you're saying like my favorite games, I'd just say Call of Duty, Battlefield. That's pretty much all I play. I'm not a big gamer. I don't really play games. I know it's like the teen thing to play games, but honestly, I try and do something else with my time rather than play games. You might see me do a gaming video, but it's not like I'm playing. Like literally, the only time I play games is when I'm making. Actually, no, that's a lie. But I try and play games when I just play it with my mates. It's not a thing I do on a regular basis, but yeah.
There's a lot more better things to do with your time than playing games. But playing games is all good, well and good if you've got nothing holding you down in life and you quite happily waste some time. But I mean, gaming is fun at the end of the day. But as long as you have time.
Aspects, yeah. So who was your role model to become a successful YouTuber? We actually talked about this in the past stream. We said that we don't actually have like role models because like Liam, do you want to explain?
Yeah, you don't want to have you don't want to look at someone all the time as a role model because you'll just find yourself trying to copy them and imitate. It's good to use them as examples and how you can better your videos. And as individuals, these guys, the big guys, are generally like they're obviously doing very, very well. But you can fanboy, but you need to be careful of imitation and stuff like that. So it's good to have someone to look up to, but I wouldn't say just dedicate your whole channel to what someone else is doing because it's just wrong, and you'll kind of just get yourself in too deep before you're able to carry on and be unique. So at the end of the day, you want to create content that someone else doesn't. At the end of the day, there's too much on YouTube to be compared to someone else.
So how long do you actually have, like right now? How much time left? Because then I can know.
10 minutes.
All right, 10 minutes is cool. So we can end at 37. Nice. All right, so guys, we're going to answer like a few specific questions now because I don't think we have enough time to get through all of them. So I'm just going to pick a few. Thanks for asking or answering my question. No problem. Hello guys, the Box Unboxed. Oh, congrats on 10k, the Box Unboxed. That's a cool channel name as well. So yeah. do you think the 4K screen on the Sony Z or Z5 Premium is worth it?
Oh, so this is their new smartphone, the Ether,
Yeah,
isn't it? Yeah.
yeah.
It's like anything, you know. If you have the
Battery
money to
is
buy
dead.
it and you like the brand, then you're gonna buy it. But
True.
yeah, for the general average user, it's almost pointless, isn't it? To be honest. But
How?
yeah, at the end of the day, technology is moving on. In 6 months' time, 4K is probably going to be the
True.
standard in smartphone
Yeah.
screens. So
Yeah, give it a year, it will be cheap. Pretty much a lot of people, if yeah, it will become affordable because now, like, I mean, it would cost you a couple of £1,000. Well, 1,000. Yeah, if you want to get a 4K editing computer, a camera. If you want to get, you can't even see me. Yeah, and like so you have to get a camera. You have to get a PC which can actually handle editing in 4K, a 4K monitor, a lot of things. So give it a year or so, prices will drop down, and boom, everyone will get it, which is good.
right,
So,
what we can do is we can answer Ali B's question. It says, "What do you think are the best pair of
all right, cool.
headphones in ear and over ear you could get for a really budget price around the £10 to £20 mark?" Well, funny you should say that. My video has just gone live on the channel,
All right,
and it's
guys.
been done by a new reviewer who I've employed for a couple of videos, maybe more in the future, called Cameron, and he's basically reviewed the Acorn Audio E2 in-ear wooden headphones. So he says they're pretty good from the outcome, so that might be worth going to watch
Yeah,
the video.
someone told me
They're
about
around
this.
£12, so that's a pretty good price.
Guys, 1 second. I'm actually gonna put a Google card of the video. I'm doing it right now. So if you want, after the stream, just refresh it or refresh it now. There's a video called Acorn Audio E2. If you want to have a look, head over to Liam's channel and check that video out. It's on a card at the moment, on the Google card. So you can click on that. Are you excited for the success? I wouldn't say excited, but I just want to see. I'm like curious to see what they're gonna release. But yeah. All
I
right.
think, yeah, with Apple products, the excitement has kind of gone. That doesn't mean to say that the phone's going to be bad. There's probably going to be some good improvements, but as with Apple, everyone really knows 2 weeks before what's coming. So the
Yeah.
excitement is a null factor in Apple
It got
events.
leaked already. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So, all right. So one good question is how to get sponsorships and products. Pretty much just grow your channel. I'll just let Liam do it, like answer it, because I think he'll have a better answer than me.
Yeah, so I mean, everyone's entitled to try this. Everyone's entitled to run a channel. Everyone's entitled to build an audience, you know. But get a brand sorted, make your channel look good, appeal to companies, build your statistics, and invest in yourself. Too many people. I think this comes down to this one line. I mean, people think it's the easy route. Oh, I don't want to pay for that. Let's go and ask a company.
Yeah.
The answer to that is just don't. That's just rude. You need to prove to a company that you know what you're doing. You need to prove to the company that it's worth them spending their marketing budget on you as an individual. Because if you link them a video that's poor, or you don't link them anything at all, your name's down in red pen straight away,
Yeah.
and your chance is probably blown with that company for the rest of your YouTube life, if you like. So get it right from day one, spend the time on your branding, spend money on branding, spend money on products to kind of, even if you go and buy 2-3 things and make videos on 2-3 things, you can use them 2-3 things to show off what you can do. If you nail it and you've got 500 subs, then company's going to be like, well, he produced a really, really good video. He might not get us the numbers, but we really like what he did. And they might bypass your figures, but you need to put the effort in, you know?
All right. So we're going to choose one more question because of time, but that was a really good question and a really good answer. I would say don't do it just because you want free products. That's a plus, but just don't do it because of that, because half the time if you have that thinking, it's not going to happen. So okay, so at your level, Liam, companies mainly go to you, if you see what I mean, because your channel's growing. They want more, I would say, like, more people to get their products. So they come to you at this stage. But when you're starting out, you have to go to them. Occasionally, you'll get an odd company which will say, hey, I want you to review my products. So, yeah, just let it go naturally. It's not going to happen just like that at 1 subs, 10 subs. You got to grow your channel. And, yeah. Okay, so that's about it. All right, so the last question I'm going to ask is, well, Scared Eye asks, what's your best investment you made on your YouTube channel? So you go first.
Um, I quite like the Swagway. That was a good purchase. Um, I don't like I said, the cameras is an obvious one because that's what makes me my money. And that is a really obvious choice. I really, really like my MacBook Pro Retina. I think the machine is an absolute beast. I can take it anywhere with me, and it can do whatever I want it to. But they're the obvious things, you know. There's nothing really for me other than them things that I've invested in. Like I said, everything that I get is more than likely free or sponsored. So I'm in a lucky and privileged position that I don't have to buy the stuff I like. I can just drop an email off, you know. But yeah, there's nothing for me other than camera and MacBooks that have really kind of been an investment. You know, at the end of the day, if you've got a camera, you've got a computer or a laptop, and you've got a brain on your head, then you can do pretty well out of it.
All right, that's fine. And I'm sorry to the person. I said scared eye instead of sacred eye. I apologize. So yeah. So guys, that was it. That's a wrap on today's episode of the Admin Podcast, episode 5. Thank you, Liam, for coming on the show. And yeah, that's about it. So thank you.
If anyone's got any questions, then just obviously send them to my Twitter at KazUK, and I'll answer them for you.
All right, his Twitter links, his Instagram, YouTube are all down below. So yeah. So cool. Thank you. And hopefully I'll be in touch with you soon. Bye.
No problem.